Good evening. A friend is one soul abiding in two bodies, once said by Aristotle. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Bahrain ranked 25th globally in 2023 World Competitiveness Ranking by IMD. Supreme Council for Youth and Sports commended His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad's efforts to develop sports in Bahrain. Coast Guard announced Jalid Island will be a prohibited area for 6 months. Saudi Arabia held reception for Riyadh's bid to host World Expo 2030. International donors pledged $1.5 billion in Sudan aid. Today's news in detail. Bahrain ranked 25th globally in 2023 World Competitiveness Ranking by IMD. Bahrain ranked 25th globally, improving 5 spots in the World Competitiveness Ranking issued by the Institute for Management Development IMG. The ranking is a comprehensive report that ranks countries according to how they manage their competencies to achieve long-term value creation. The report showed that the kingdom ranked first globally in 7 indicators and was among the top 10 countries worldwide in 36 indicators. Bahrain witnessed a significant 16-spot improvement in the economic performance factor, ranking 23rd globally. Its business-friendly environment was also highlighted by 29.4% of executives surveyed for the report, while 61.3% of them noted that the kingdom's skilled workforce as a contribution factor to its economy. The IMD World Competitiveness Rankings placed Bahrain first globally in the availability of qualified engineers in the labor market. The kingdom has also ranked 3rd globally in the flexibility and adaptability of the labor force, 3rd in technological or digital skills, 4th in labor force skills, and 6th globally in the finance skills. Supreme Council for Youth and Sports commended His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad's efforts to develop sports in Bahrain. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Majesty the King's representative for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs, Supreme Council for Youth and Sports Chairman, has commended the efforts of His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, SCY's First Deputy Chairman, General Sports Authority Chairman, and Bahrain Olympic Committee President. His Highness Sheikh Nasser also lauded the recent achievement of the Manama and Al Najma clubs, which clinched the FIBA West Asia Super League WASL and the 25th Asian Men's Club League Handball Championship respectively. His Highness Sheikh Nasser made the statements while chairing the first meeting of the SCYS following its restructuring as per the royal decree. His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa and SCYS members also attended the meeting. The Coast Guard announced Jalid Island will be a prohibited area for 6 months. The Coast Guard announced that Jalid Island is a prohibited area for all seafarers as per the published map for 6 months starting from 20th July 2023. Therefore, the Coast Guard calls on everyone to be cautious and not to approach this area for their safety. Bahrain's efforts to promote alternative sanctions hailed. Director General of Verdict Enforcement and Alternative Sentencing, Sheikh Khalid bin Rashid Al Khalifa, received 2 officials from the American Bar Association. He welcomed the guests, highlighting that the alternative sanctions and the open prisons are part of the reform projects of the Interior Minister General, Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa. He added that the Interior Ministry, as per the instruction of Interior Minister General, Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, has been dedicated to implementing the best international standards to promote the criminal justice system and human rights. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to patronize City Space Bahrain on November 14. Under the patronage of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Real Estate and Property Exhibition City Space Bahrain 2023 will open at Exhibition World, Bahrain on November 14 to 16. Sheikh Salman bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Survey and Land Registration Bureau President, Real Estate Regulatory Authority Chairman, hailed the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the follow-up of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa for the real estate sector. He praised the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's patronage of City Space Bahrain 2023, noting that it's important and it represents a motive for the real estate sector. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Cybercrime prosecution discussed cooperation with banking institutions. The Cybercrime prosecution, the Ministry of Interior and the Bahrain Institute of Bahrain Banking and Finance BIBF held a meeting for the representatives from various banking institutions in the kingdom. The meeting was a result from previous meeting that discussed the electronic fraud and its challenges organized by the public prosecution. The public prosecution presented electronic fraud reports and statistics of the past years and their classification according to the severity criteria and shed light on some important electronic fraud cases that the public prosecution has undertaken. Saudi Arabia launched new cruise line to explore kingdom from sea. Saudi Arabia has launched its own cruise line brand Arroya Cruises that will offer nationals and foreigners the unique opportunity to explore the kingdom of Saudi Arabia from the sea. Cruise Saudi, owned by the Public Investment Fund PIF, announced that the launch of the new project that is set to showcase Saudi Arabia's rich cultural heritage, history and hospitality. The cruise is expected to welcome 1.3 million guests by 2035 and will provide 50,000 direct and indirect jobs. The cruise will also offer the highest standards of service, facilities and shore excursion programs. Saudi Arabia held reception for Riyadh's bid to host World Expo 2030. His Royal Highness Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister and Chairman of the Royal Commission for Riyadh City, Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, attended today Saudi Arabia's official reception held in Paris to support Riyadh's bid to host the World Expo 2030. The official reception as held by the Royal Commission for the Riyadh City for delegates in the 179 member states of the Bureau International Des Expositions, the organization responsible for the overseeing and regulating World Expos. The Riyadh Expo 2030 represents an opportunity for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to share its story of unprecedented national transformation with other countries and peoples from around the world, and Saudi Arabia's official reception is part of the nomination procedure to host the Riyadh Expo 2030. International donors pledged 1.5 billion in Sudan aid. International donors have made pledges on Monday of close to $1.5 billion in aid for Sudan and the surrounding region, about half of the estimated needs for a deepening humanitarian crisis that has driven some 2.2 million people from their homes. The conflict between Sudan's army and Parliamentary Rapid Support Forces RSF has turned the capital Khartoum into a war zone and triggered lethal repeated attacks and mass displacement in the western region of Darfur as well as other parts of the country. Though a 72-hour ceasefire has brought a lull in fighting the Khartoum since Sunday, residents reported that looting had surged as clashes subsided. In the International Committee of the Red Cross said gunfire that prevented the transfer of the wounded soldiers to hospitals. Peace in border areas essential for normal ties with China, committed to protecting dignity, said India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi contended that peace and tranquility in border areas is essential for normal bilateral ties with China. He said this ahead of his official state visit to the United States on Tuesday. We have a core belief in respecting sovereignty and territorial integrity, observing that the rule of law and peaceful resolution of differences and disputes. At the same time, India is fully prepared and committed to protecting its sovereignty and dignity, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shana Sultana. Good night.